Alright, that's probably like very interesting today. I was originally going to be streaming as usual, but apparently my main PC's monitor started crapping out. So this time, for the first time in a long while, or ever, I'm playing on a CRT monitor, like a 17-inch gateway monitor. So expect 640 by 480, for real. Anyways, we're going to be playing Unreal Tournament multiplayer with the boys over at my own server. Let me throw in the chat room here so I can read it. Sort of authentic. The only disadvantage out of that is we're not using the latest official patch. We're just using the latest old Unreal patch. So that's going to be fun, actually. Alright. Hopefully, this works out.
To have like a ton of
Intended.
in-depth
Alright, you're
to
live.
fix it.
Say hello to the video game. Trying to adjust it so I can like read the chat too.
Oh my god, I have 280 ping.
500 ping. There we
Wait, I
go.
didn't change my like rate and stuff. I should probably do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is InstaJib. Oh yeah, you can vote for other modes now.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh god damn it. Ah. Alt tab screwed me a bit.
Yeah. The Penny and 4 going right now with my cool screen. That I put on it.
The cool screen. Alright. Hopefully the audio is coming through on my YouTube stream. Fucking Christ, what's up with these screen stuff now? Okay, let me just go ahead and like do disconnect and fix that. Yeah, I don't like that sometimes. I'm like, what's making it alt tab? Why? Okay, I'm gonna change it to startup. Full screen, set that to true. Maybe it'll fix my problem. Alright. But they're gonna make sure the chat's still visible. There we go. And hopefully the audio on the game is still playable too. So I need to check on that. As always. Okay, yeah, so if I flick hard enough, it's gonna alt tab me out of the game. Lovely.
In 2291, in an attempt to control violence among deep space...
And I didn't intend this change to happen, but my monitor was crapping out, so... Lovely. Yep. What if I decide to just change renderers? Maybe that would help. Well, kind of. I think what kind of sucks though is like every time the resolution changes, a lot of my windows are like thrown out of the way. Hate when Windows does that. But if I put it in vertical, maybe it'll help. I doubt it. But I definitely hate when my fucking resolutions change. That's why scaling exists. Actually, better yet, I think in order to prevent that even better, change it before running the game. Of course. That way, well, it's a pain in the neck to, like, get the game running because file browsers are not really useful for that resolution. Okay, ooh. Okay. Making sure my flicks don't cause me an alt tab. Anyone hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Alright, just checking. Insta-jump. Ow! Hey, we got 3 people so far. AZ, I gotta hop on Unreal Tournament. Fuck. Fuck. It's like we're just constantly blasting until ow.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh Jesus, that thing fluctuates.
Just in time, too.
Yeah. We're playing Instajib apparently.
Okay.
How have you got it set up? Is there like a mode rotation?
It's like a map vote rotate. It's like a map
Alright.
vote whenever the game ends.
Ooh.
I tried doing that shuffling crap and it's not really worth it. Because it would do some like stupid repeats of the same levels, and then on top of that there'd be one level that will drag on, and people are gonna be telling me to change the map. So I decided to bring back the map vote.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I brought that back in the original Unreal with my server. Albeit I need to like do some fixings towards that. Owie. I've been trying a different vote system for Unreal Tournament as well. So that way you can change different modes and it should work with the vanilla client. Because there was one that would crash Rift's PC for some reason.
Wait, I wasn't even aiming at you. Look at it, get spooky.
Spook. Ow.
Just to gets a bit wonky when you're at high ping.
Every person for themselves. The name of the game. Ow! Fuck.
Walked into.
It looks like Z's entered the fray.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, crowded Instajib.
I think I've noticed wine has just increased significant performance.
So, yeah, because you're like translating calls, right?
Yeah, I noticed there's more butterly smooth visuals now. Yes, when more you update wine, more and more they drop newer updates.
It improved some things. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's one weird thing about, like, if you run it natively, it's probably the most likely to, like, be more performant.
Sometimes you do get those snags and you just gotta run an alternate version. Like porting Proton gets around 90% of games you have trouble configuring, you know.
Right.
Do we
Instead
have
of
a
having-
lag compensation on?
I don't recall this having lag comp. Does it have lag compensation? I don't really bother using mutators that are like quote-unquote new net because it destroys compatibility with other like OSs. Or maybe I might be conflicting it with like anti-cheat systems like Ace. That's why I
'Cause I usually play on online
intentionally-
servers that have like compensation and it feels so different from this.
If you got one that's more compatible, and I can try it out next time we do Unreal. Sadly, I don't know if there's any for the original Unreal.
It's like I figured out why I'm missing so much today is that the beam is coming out like half a second after I click.
Yeah, that's the problem I was having with other games like Blood, like Not Blood. I'd be having to overcompensate my shot a lot, and it fucked up my muscle memory in the process. That's why I've been more like, yeah, more like, now I'm like kind of shilling like refresh apply after that new update. It's got to a point where I didn't
Yeah.
want to bother touch Not Blood unless it's for single player. Because the lag compensation made the game much better. I don't care who
It
what
makes
I don't
big
care who
difference.
says it's not better because it's gonna keep things uneven garbage. I'd rather not suffer, make everyone else suffer from shitty netcode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next
That's
That's why I
time,
usually don't join the
right?
actual DOS games because my presence would just ruin the netcode for everyone else.
Yeah, unless there's certain games like, yeah, I think the Senate wouldn't be that
What?
problematic.
What the fuck? Said I placed a vote to kick you. What the fuck?
Yeah,
bug.
that's kick votes. I'm gonna get kicked out, am I? That'd be funny.
Which one? Which one? I'm gonna do random.
If you want to.
Let it surprise me.
Oh yeah, luckily it didn't kick me out. Yay.
Oh yeah, let me lower my volume because I can barely hear you guys.
Oh.
This game has aged well.
Me,
Oh yeah.
not even joking, it has.
Aged like fine wine, basically.
Yep.
But yeah, if there's like a lag compensation mutator for the original Unreal Gold, that would be great as well.
That I never searched out. I don't really play Unreal Gold, but that would be nice.
Right.
Oh my god, the flat cannon feels horrible. What is going on?
Oh yeah, keep in mind, I'm also having like a fluctuation between like 50 to 100 ping. I don't know what's
Are
going
you
on
hosting this
with
on your
hmm?
VPS or are you self-hosting?
This is VPS.
Alright.
I don't know what's going on with my VPS technically, because I've noticed this happening with other game servers, including Quake. So it's like,
It could be your ISP screwing you.
not really. Because here's the thing, like, I'm able to self-host and people haven't complained about my connection speeds.
Right.
And I've self-posted, like, the past events. I think, let's see, I posted a server for Open Arena.
Yeah, that was okay.
And that's
That
been
was
going
fun.
all
That
right.
was fun.
No,
That was
no,
fun.
actually, that one wasn't okay. Not for me.
Oh. Weird.
Yeah, my connection to that was pretty bad, actually.
It's
I don't
probably
know
because
if
of
it
the
was
distance,
on my end or
nonetheless.
your end, though.
Well, the funny part, too, is that nobody else really complained about it. I mean,
Yeah, so
it's
that
the only
could mean
issue
it
is the
was on
more
my
so a distance, yeah. So it's going from wherever you're living to wherever I'm living. And my connection between that and somewhere in New Jersey where the VPS is being hosted shouldn't really give me like 100 ping.
No, I never
It
had lag
absolutely
when
shouldn't.
when you hosted stuff on your VPS before. I never had lag like this. It was perfect. So
Right,
just going wrong
so
with
something
the-
might be
the host
going on
provider,
on their end.
yeah.
And I've already contemplated ditching VPSs in favor of just self-hosting my games and using whatever the VPSs I have to, like, do some sort of, like, VPN or some sort of reverse proxy for my website. Because I'm having to, like, self-host my website now.
I was never aware of this area. I just noticed it just now.
And what's bizarre as well is that CGA's server is located in Atlanta. Is more, like, on my end, it's like 10 to 20 ping, which is crazy. And we don't really get that wherever he's self-posted at. So it's like, it's doing, that's pretty interesting on my part. That's the ping I've been getting. And normally, here's the crazy part, too. At the time before these issues started becoming apparent, my CGA server would be like, I believe, up to like 40 milliseconds where I'm at. I don't get this in the UT server. Okay, now I'm getting it, but it fluctuates. That's the problem. And it fluctuates pretty badly for a bit. Whew. Yep. Maybe I need to, like, consider hosting my Unreal servers somewhere else.
I opened that door and just got immediately hit by
No.
rocket.
My redeemer.
Yeah.
This is my Unreal's funny. You just jib, you hear the boom sound. Nice, good jib.
You know what's funny, actually? I don't know why they're lagging a lot. I don't know if it's because of supposed data center changes or what. But at least I'm able to self-host now. I wasn't able to before because CGNet garbage. But luckily the ISP I have is generous enough to give me a static IP address. Albeit I had to pay a little bit extra, but it isn't too dire. I think we're talking $15 added into the plan.
Or the static IP?
Yeah, for a static IP address. Which was
That's
what I
not
needed
too
to be
bad.
able to... Yeah, that's what I needed for port forwarding.
Because I keep trying to set up port forwarding from like my home connection and it just doesn't work.
It's probably because
I
there's
don't
a
know if I'm doing
possibility you
something
might be
wrong
having
or
carrier grade
DSP.
NAT.
Yeah.
They're trying
Yeah.
to do CG net.
Yeah, CGNet, basically meaning carrier grade NAT. Like, it's NAT coming from the ISPs themselves. That means you cannot port forward for shit. I had to deal with that for like about a couple of years, unfortunately, until I figured it out. How to, like, get out of it, apparently. Some people are not so lucky, though, with their ISPs, and that's why they're stuck with it. Am I using a custom model? Yes, a pretty outdated model at that. I made a new model of Daki, actually, and for those who do not know, obviously, Sodaki from Senkaiden Hoshiningi. She's the villain of the anime, by the way. And I
Need
was...
to watch that anime.
Yeah. It's actually my favorite waifu, let's just say.
Soul Hunter.
Yeah, it's also called Soul Hunter back in the United States. Thanks, ADV Films. But yeah, I've been meaning to make a newer version of the model using a new redesign. Ow.
Sometimes the heads just line up.
Fuck.
Nukem. We should port Duke Nukem in Unreal Tournament, the one we constructed, bro. That would be kind of cool. And just add in some Duke sounds, and Duke's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Sorry, did I blow your head off?
I'm gonna blow your balls off with this
Sorry, did I blow your balls
trusty fucking sniper rifle. Oh, that's Nutshot in Unreal Tournament. Apparently. Fuck, I'm trying to like... Here we go. Hello, Kandra Media. Apparently. Oh, great. It's acting up every time I alt-tab.
I'll be real with everybody who loves the Deus Ex soundtrack.
Oh, always. Ah, shit. Missed it.
That game is the real conspiracy, man. If you tie it up to today's events, you're like, holy shit, they predicted everything. Predicted everything.
Note to self, even if I switch the resolution manually to 640 by 480 at 120 hertz, just play it in borderless mode to save some headaches, especially when I'm just over there using like a multi-monitor setup.
Oh, right. I remember you're on your CRT, correct?
Yes.
And your just main monitor just went kaboom. Just
Well,
no
it's
longer
not
works anymore.
completely useless. The problem is it's been visually glitching, and I'm trying to like...
That's what I
delay
mean. It's, just,
the
it's starting to give up.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Don't you love it when monitors are now doing that, like, every time, when monitors just randomly start doing that shit, even after you bought it for 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that. So I got
Oh, you
that
gotta
monitor
use,
since early 2021.
I've had this one monitor I'm using now since 2018, bro, and it hasn't died on me yet.
What's the refresh rate on that?
60
Yeah, my
frames.
monitor is from
60
I mean, it's not a
hertz?
CRT, but
Yeah.
Okay, you're definitely missing out on high refresh rates.
I know.
The
I
game
know.
changer.
I'm old
Yeah.
school. I love my 1080p. I lived in
Oh,
a
man.
1080p era.
I mean, it's not just that. Like, even CRTs, even back in the 90s, could allow up to, like, maybe, like, officially 80 hertz. I think we're, like, used to the 60 hertz for a while because LCD monitors were, like, the most likely to have it. But, we got gaming monitors now.
Most decent LCDs always supported the DOS video modes where they'll give you like 75 hertz at lower
Right,
res.
there's also
Those
75
fine.
hertz, yeah.
And it's weird how much smoother even 75 hertz feels than 60.
I wonder
I do
why
need to
video
shrink
games
the
felt
timer for
smoother
this
on a
one.
CRT. So it just feels smoother with a higher hertz and
Oh yeah, it's butter smooth.
and
And then once
frame
you
rate.
start, yeah, and once you use it long enough, it's hard to come back to 60 hertz.
Hey, come on, big business man. Can we just have some new CRTs, man, for gaming?
Yeah, if only.
Give me a wide CRT that's curved and charge me about same price as a TV. I'll buy it.
The reason why they don't even bother is because CRTs are just bulky and hard to like make without getting killed because of high
Hey,
voltages.
it's your map.
Yeah. Before I made Area 20, I should probably do a whole remake of Area 15, but keep it 1-to-1. You know, like, just like this in Area 20, I made sure it's, like, a little bit different with its layout. Ow. And I also do need to get back to doing blood mapping, actually. Because I got one map I need to finish, and it's basically just a whole-ass demake of Horizon from Unreal.
I gotta unrelease Unreal Tournament map. I need to release it. Brian knows I need to release it, do I, man?
Well, yeah, we need to
I
get
made
Donkey
tons.
Jam finished.
I made tons of these maps and never released them. I should release them.
Though I might just rename it a little bit to Donkey Pack. But I don't know about Jam, because the thing is, we don't have anyone else that's besides my group doing maps.
Yeah.
Unless,
I might just
it's
do.
like
I might
private
do
jam.
2. That's my rule. Do 2. Just do
Right.
2.
I might keep
Because
the
if you don't-
Donkey Jam name just for the sake of just, why not? Might as well just look at it as a private jam project. Anyone's willing to contribute, just like ask me about it. I just don't want to do too many advertising, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure if I've just gotten used to it.
maybe
But
get the
does it feel like the
general
lag has
community
gone for anyone
involved.
else?
You're still at 95 ping.
Yeah, but I'm not feeling
Possibly
that
getting used
horrible
to it.
projectile. I'm not feeling that horrible projectile delay.
There's a possible chance you might be adjusting to it. Like, that's what happens when you play like high ping matches after a while, and that's happened to me before. I'd suddenly to start adjusting to it. It's only getting back used to the low ping matches and then going back and forth. That's really destroys my muscle memory.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So I imagine in order to basically have a fair game without muscle memory just killing itself, you have to intentionally make the game laggy.
Just start torrenting like 20
Something
fucking things at the
fighting
same
games. Delay-based netcode.
Pretty much. Just treat that as a fucking weird-ass unnecessary layer of skill. There you go. Like, bro. If the game has a source code and a source port, fucking get someone to implement, like, net compensation. Good grief. Like, what's next? You're gonna have someone vibe code the fuck out of it? because no one else is gonna do the job genuinely. Like Jesus,
Hell,
Would be not surprised that is
I
what
wouldn't
usually.
be surprised.
like here's the thing. It's getting good. Shit's getting
Ow.
good with that whole AI crap. It's getting really good. Like,
Yeah, if no one's gonna decomp my favorite obscure video game in existence, AI will. Lol.
or even better, re-implement the software.
I mean,
I guess,
honestly, that is
yeah.
one of the few things that AI would be actually useful for, but I don't
Reverse
feel the same way with
engineering.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
mean, I view it as a positive. Sadly, you
And
got
it-
people who will trash it no matter what because it has the word AI on it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It takes a lot of terminology and it takes a lot of thinking.
Even
when
I
you're
was
fucking
hearing,
with that.
right?
You know, it's not fun. You're wasting a couple hours of your day trying to get something to work, but it's rewarding. But and then deep down you feel guilty of using it, but at the same time, that terminology's there. You know,
Well,
'cause you're the
here's
one-
the thing
you're the
too.
architect here. You know.
If you're treating it as an assist, like an optional kind, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if you're just brute forcing shit and praying something works, you're doing shit wrong.
Yeah, you're doing wrong. Yeah, you gotta think. You gotta think and do.
I've
That's
heard
how that
Iron.
works.
There's an
That is the
Ironwell.
hard part.
Right.
Research, think, and do. That's how it all works, bro.
Right.
Research, think, and do.
And take every information that is generated to you with a
It's
grain of salt.
Yeah, true. And sometimes you may have to manually operate it. It's just really the fact here. Just think carefully and think wise. Sharper brains, well, you know, that make
Hello,
creative
Jake.
things.
Welcome to stream. As you can probably see over here, this is actually 640 by 480. So I'm playing this on a
Yeah.
CRT now.
It's a high refresh rate.
Yeah, my main monitor fucked up a bit, so I'm having to replace that later on. For now, this is
Yeah.
probably my contemporary replacement.
Fun fact, Sean Cormack had a 1080p monitor in the 90s. That
Oh
was a
yeah, that
CRT.
giant ass CRT that probably would have taken up
From
most
the
of my
next step.
bedroom by that point.
He had like multimedia speakers with it too, and he still had the keyboard.
Christ. I could kill for a
What?
CRT monitor like that, but even then, I'd probably run out of space quicker. And I would imagine, I'm not sure how reliable that monitor would be too, because
And they're,
CRTs
like-
do have their age.
And that particular monitor goes up in thousands of dollars, man. I'm not lying. They go up to thousands of dollars.
You got
Dang.
value, and then you got shipping costs.
Exactly, it's brutal. That monitor is brutal to get your hands on. And you gotta pray to God someone don't break it by the time it hits your doorstep.
CRTs.
Which they invariably will.
Yeah, ordering CRTs is like a death wish. And you have to put your
It's
trust
like
in the
ordering
seller.
musical instruments. It's
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna work.
Right. Unless you want to pay, even if you try to pay the most expensive shipping imaginable to ensure that the shipping provider treats it like a baby, or trying to take care
Even
of it
then,
like a
someone
baby.
else in the like the middle of the path might get their hands on it, like on a loading on a plane or something.
Right.
And they're an asshole. Oh, I don't care about this. Slam.
Uh,
Oh, let me open the package and see what. Oh, yeah, this old TV. Oh, yeah, no one's gonna know. It was me.
I
Ha, 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 ha.
I had something like that happen with a PC I bought off someone overseas. The customs people opened it and then didn't repackage it properly, and then it came to me with just like a giant dent in the side of the
oh
goddamn
god.
case. It was so annoying.
Customs are the actual worst.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you got.
It's like,
I
no,
remember
why did you have
seeing
to do
like
that?
someone shredding like a set of floppy disks, and those
Yeah,
are
it
like
was
the
like
most
a super
valuable.
rare game.
Yeah, super rare thing, and then they shred it. It looks like it's so. the damages look most obviously intentional. It's like some fucking Bible Belt saw it while working at customs and did
They
it out of
saw an
spite.
anime girl and they freaked out.
Yeah, exactly. I remember like quote posting it on Blue Sky saying, "Whoever did that probably needs to be fired and probably worse."
Fired out of a cannon.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it's not a cannon, it's probably gonna be like the most expensive, reliable catapults ever.
You know, it'd be so funny. What if AI plays a game for you?
Yay! I'm gonna
Someone was
make
developing that.
deathmatch bots using fucking neural AI.
I'll be right back, and you have like an MCP server just tell, hey, can you play this game for me? Sure thing. Go
Yeah,
back
proceeds
and do
to
whatever you
play.
want. And rips everybody up.
If
And
you
you
can
just-
actually do that, I might like it because it could like I could then play all the dead multiplayer games that I like. I spool up like a server with a bunch of
And
And
Exactly.
it
AI
tries,
models
and it
on.
tries to emulate your play style.
That would actually be cool. But no, we don't get
That's
that.
kind
Obviously,
of
we
what
just get
the Forza racing AI does. Like their regular.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I've been hearing stuff about this. Like, I don't know, does anyone remember, like, 10 years ago, there was that thing about, like, neural network plays StarCraft or whatever?
It destroys the
Before they
esports.
changed.
Yeah, and they were destroying professionals too.
Yeah, something like that.
Good
Or
God,
they
man.
changed it to AI for the marketing.
It's bad.
Neural
Yeah, the
network.
thing with that kind of neural AI is that it takes a lot of work to train it.
Yeah, a lot
yeah.
of resources.
You gotta train the model hard and hard
Gran
and
Turismo
hard.
implemented neural AI for their racing, and it was called Sophie AI, and it only worked in very specific racetrack and car combinations. It did not work for anything else.
Hmm.
But on the tracks it was trained on, it was faster than all of the esports pros.
Imagine just training a fucking nasty ass Quake arena shooter bot, and it like destroys every professional.
Oh,
Now that's gonna take Quake is Dead to a whole new level because that's the
John Romero versus the Quake the AI, and he's just can't keep up with the AI.
he
And
couldn't.
I would love to watch that, bro. John Romero versus AI, man.
Well, in all
in
fairness,
Quake.
he couldn't keep up to Decino or Deceno.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like Deceno beat Romero at his own game. I'm assuming Dead Simple was the map. Apparently, Dead Simple might be his favorite map, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
If
Romero.
there's a
Romero?
regular map
Wow.
in the Doom campaign that looks like it was made for deathmatch, that's the one.
Oh yes. And apparently, everyone's favorite Quake map has got to be DM4, the bad place. Apparently, it's also the most fucked up level for map control because apparently you got this fucking dead end with a rocket launcher and super health, and then you pretty much might as well be fucked at that point because the one person who already noticed you already went there is probably gonna spam rockets to oblivion. And you're probably going to have to play patience for a while. Unless somehow you can find a comeback. Trying to, like, get out of the area and maybe kill the player targeting you. Yeah, so it's a bit of a nightmare to control. When you're on the receiving end. I think DM6 is a bit more balanced, actually.
M6 is pretty good, yeah.
Right. It's probably my favorite Quake Deathmatch level.
I
I
set
do
up
know,
a Quick
DM
1 deathmatch bot thing, and I always start at DM6.
How's Arctic's spooky?
Arc.
The Linux distro. It's
Like
good.
what
On
you're
it.
using right now.
Oh, I'm not on it right now. I'm on my Windows ME computer. But It's
You know the
fine.
funny part is, like-
it's really good for. I mean, it's basically like I said, it's like Arch in that you get all the most up to date stuff. So it's good for games because you get all the wine updates as soon as they come out.
Is the performance a little bit quicker?
Well, I mean, the performance on modern Linux depends more on like what like desktop environment you're running and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
so if you
way,
pick Cinnamon, it'll be pretty good.
I wanted to bring this up too. The worst ever, like, the worst enemy than, say, fucking distro hopping is now kernel hopping.
Yeah,
So
that's a thing. That is a thing.
Yeah, like,
I-
fuck
I
Compile
was,
that.
Gen 2 from source.
I was tweaking my Gen 2 box's kernel at the weekend.
Yeah, think
Whoa.
about kernel hopping,
dialing it in.
guys. Like, the thing is, people just want to tweak the kernel all the way to oblivion. And then without knowing the risk, they get the wrong setting and it fucks up their entire operating system.
I didn't read something and I disabled USB mass storage by mistake.
But-
I was like, SCSI?
but
I don't
you
need
can.
SCSI.
Oops.
It turns out you need SCSI for the USB
Ugh.
mass
But you-
storage to work.
But you can restore that kernel if you know how
Yeah,
to
of
operate the
course, yeah.
terminal. And not a single user would know how to do that, you know, because no one was born with a command prompt back in the day.
I do the same thing I do when my regular distro hopping fucks up the install. I reinstall the whole thing from scratch.
Exactly.
Jesus.
That's me. That's literally me.
You know, the weird part is too, like, I mean, you look on Windows at the same time. Like, I'm pretty sure there's drivers that were probably meant to be for Windows 7 or 8 or something, and then somehow there's a good chance it will still work on Windows 10. But results will vary,
Yeah.
obviously.
They usually work better than the newer ones.
Oh, really?
Like, I specifically for my sim racing wheel, like the steering wheel, I had to reinstall the Windows 7 Logitech utility thing because it would not work with the new one. Because I
Huh.
have an older wheel.
I wonder if this will work with graphics drivers, actually. Just, like, install the Windows, like, 8.1 or 7 version of my graphics drivers. But I don't think anyone's making graphics drivers for 7 anymore.
I also had to do something like that with my my old laptop before I fully switched it to Linux
Uh-huh.
because it was hardware incompatible with the latest Windows 10 version of drivers.
Ah. What about
it just wouldn't
reliability
let me
and stability?
But it worked fine.
Huh. Very interesting. Because I do rock a Radeon 7600 XT, and I try not to update my drivers all the time, because some issue would start to happen. Like, at first the game would work just fine, then the update drivers, and the game just starts to be a little finicky.
A lot of the recent
Same
AMD
reason
drivers
why
have been really
I
bad for me.
refuse. It's also the same reason why I refuse to, like, update Windows, major versions and all, because something gets fucked up easily.
I'll be real.
I mean, Windows train people not to update stuff because they constantly break shit.
Yeah, like I've been staying on Windows 11 22H2 with little to no problems. It's only when I
On
go
Windows
into
10.
I just
Yeah.
don't like when they say they're killing support. Hey, come buy your new operating system, and then you have to go buy a new product key. Usually,
something
they'll let
that's,
you
like, only
upgrade it for
relevant-
free.
Something that's probably only relevant to people here is that I think the newest version of Windows 11 they killed direct sound or something, so like a bunch of old
Oh.
games now just don't have sound.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
fuck off. Who does
Yeah,
that?
yeah, they did that.
Literally no reason to do that, by the way. They could have just left it alone, but
Yeah,
killed it.
yet I can still have direct play enabled as an optional feature.
Yeah, exactly.
Deprecate these nuts, Microsoft.
It's so funny that their CEO was actually mad at people calling them that.
Hey, at least it's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, that means it's working.
Here's the reason why we're all calling Microsoft slump. It's
Yeah,
because they're not making good products as of late, and I admit it. It's been shit.
or force
All the
feeding
products have
people
been shit.
unnecessary shit.
Here's the rule: do not force feed anything to a consumer, and don't even try to suspect the consumer is going to consent to your demands. They just won't.
It's like, you know, they're deserving of the title Microsoft, and whoever at Microsoft has a problem with it, what are they gonna do? Send a fucking hired Microsoft assassin after me? Jesus.
I'll
That's what
say,
Nintendo would do.
Micro assassin.
I'll say this: start taking notes. Start understanding how consumers feel, because you're not going to take those notes because you don't give a fuck. That's the fact.
I mean, fun fact, that Dr. Watson thing we all heard about on Windows is secretly a fucking sleeper agent.
Waiting to activate and destroy your data.
Well, it'll actually destroy people's membranes. And arteries. And bladders. And your brain. So you gotta be basically infected with brain rot. At that point. That's Dr. Watson, the sleeper agent for you.
Be real.
The thing with Microsoft is that
It's
like,
brain
they
rot.
don't need the consumers anymore because they just make all their money through like B2B, Azure contracts. That's where all their money is. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got fucking... Is influencers a better word? Or proper
Yeah.
term? Yeah, they got
Like
influencers.
corporate influence, yeah.
Yeah,
But
corporate.
that's the thing. The personal opinions on their services are tanking so hard that the corporate opinions are starting to tank too.
That they're
It's
thinking
starting
that
to
Windows
be
is
known
starting to
as an
become
unreliable product.
right. We'll have to see whatever this next version of Windows is going to be. Like they already broken promises numerous times.
Okay, I think community-driven operating systems are amazing.
Yes.
They can try to be amazing. And
They got-
Microsoft can
they got
ever
their,
be, you know? Like, if these people want to release their programs, they should. But
Right.
they're like, listen, Mike, I love you so much. I want to keep using your operating system. And I understand Linux may not be the only viable option. I'm just going to keep supporting you. Because I only know of you. Yeah, you get the point. You get where the reference is coming from, right?
You know, people end up starting to switch to Mac OS if Linux is not their forte.
Although they make software for Mac as well, bro.
Oh yeah, you can run
Yeah,
Windows
depending
on Mac,
on the
right?
usage, yeah.
Yeah, with Parallels Desktop.
But they do check those programs out, bro, before they put them on the store. You can get ways around and get around the store, and then you can install that stuff that way. But Apple just frowns on it pretty
Bro's
bad.
trying to avoid Instagib. Lol.
I actually
me?
tried clicking on Instagram, but it moved.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, because voters bump it up and then it moves up. Or God. I love misclicking.
It's like just like my modern websites.
Exactly. Oh, I misclicked the report button.
Uh-oh.
Odd idea.
reporting.
Happy Tree Friends tournament. So is it basically just porting over the Happy Tree Friends characters to Unreal Tournament? That's basically what it sounds like. Honestly, I have yet to expand on player skins for my Unreal servers and models. Skins are the most likely because they're light. They're just images. Exactly, just images. There you go. Small.
Brother made
I
like
think I
a
haven't
chuck.
downloaded much yet either. I should get some Unreal 2004 skins.
Okay, yeah, 2004 skins is gonna be pretty interesting, actually. Problem is, everyone's got to download it, because I'm gonna add it to server packages. If you don't add it to server packages, it's not gonna work.
This level looks pretty good.
yeah, I was gonna say this is
Shit, I missed.
But I noticed there was a few errors at the level. There's issues with the transparency on the trees. But far than that, it's still good.
Wait,
I
well,
love
they
visual
look fine for me.
What
I see a
render are you
little
using?
black. I'm not sure. Maybe OpenGL.
Oh, well, if you're not using old Unreal and then you're using OpenGL, there's a possibility that could be why.
Oh no, Direct 3D. Direct 3D.
Oh, Direct 3D. Okay, then maybe why? Are you using the old Unreal version?
Oh no, I'm using Classic.
Oh, okay. I say if you just
I noticed.
using
I
the
noticed
original.
performance spikes with that VK driver, bro.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you're using the original Unreal version and you're on modern hardware, just get DG Voodoo 2 and be done with it, because these games are just made for Glide. I don't care whatever. I don't really care whoever else says that it's fine on Direct 3D and OpenGL. No, it's not. It's an afterthought for a reason. I mean, unless you're wanting to go play on some like modern ass like computer past its prime, you're still subjected to visual bugs and crap.
Well, the Direct 3D renderer has like extra stuff in it, and you
Vulkan
see like the
rendering
detail textures and stuff.
I guess. I mean,
It's
doesn't Voodoo
definitely an
not have
optical.
Voodoo? Wait, does Voodoo not
Well,
even have detailed textures?
Oh, they don't. They don't support
Oh.
the texture compression stuff.
Oh, well, actually, there's S3TC. I forget about that. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really bother
that's-
using that.
Yeah, I tried that out with the on my. I've got an S3 Savage. It's not worth it because the S3 Savage is just too slow. So it's like, oh, okay, I can look at these nice textures at 20 frames per second. Like, yeah, great. It's really
Right,
great.
because it's like I said, those games are just optimized for Glide and maybe software rendering if you got the hardware for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the original Unreal, especially like the Direct 3D, and that just inarguably looks just straight up worse.
Right. And Unreal's got the best kind of software rendering of its time as well, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, with that being said, like, the best way to play on the original Unreal is either Glide or software rendering. And I can get by
I think
completing the
even,
game on 320 by 200 using software rendering on an AMD 300, well, AMD K62 clocked at 350 megahertz.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think it was 333 megahertz, but I don't know. That's the thing. You can definitely play Unreal on that without a Glide card.
Yeah.
But
I think what
don't
people
expect
did,
smooth frame rates, though.
I think what people did back in the day was they were using like the Glide wrappers anyway, even in like 2000. I think there was.
Oh yeah. DG Voodoo, the original, is one of those.
Yeah, and I think N-Glide was around, right? Maybe back then.
If you
No,
have
DG Voodoo definitely was.
It's usable given your given your fucking graphics card is DirectX 9 compliant. Hello, hero.
Please come join. Game has started.
What were you trying to say, Karios?
I ended up installing a GeForce 3 on my computer, so that's more better than
Oh, I mean, yeah, N-Glide works if you have a compliant card for it, but I think there's not really many good Glide wrappers that are aimed for compatibility, while achieving, like, a good amount of, like, results. Like, some
also
games
not
are
really
always
being looked
subjected to
into, really,
problems.
Yeah, it's not something I've looked into for like retro systems because like if you're gonna build a retro system, just get a Voodoo 3. Like,
That's if the board you're using has HEP, unless you're one of those lucky saps who got like a PCI version of the card.
Oh yeah.
And getting a Voodoo card overall is a sought after. Unfortunately, it's a sought after thing.
a GeForce 3 any day, and that would be fine.
Depending on the game, and if it's DirectX 9 compliant, it probably would be worth the investment.
Well, only says hello.
Hello.
I gotta go back and forth right now.
Alright. That's a good one. But yeah, like, that's the thing. I got very lucky with the Voodoo 2 and the Velocity 100. Like, it's so... Like, that's the thing, the paranoia of keeping that Voodoo 2 working so bad that I would imagine probably getting very depressed when the Voodoo 2, like, dies out or something, or starts having issues. Because there's no other, like, viable alternative to experience Unreal as if it were Glide, because it's always met with problems.
I think with the Voodoo 2 though, they don't have many things on them that can like break. Like they don't have like cat play capacitors and shit. It's just you got to make sure you keep a fan pointed at them because they get really toasty, right? That's
Right. They have
Voodoo
this
2.
weird issue with the Timu chips, where it heats up a bit, then something, I guess, it heats up enough to the point where it would cause these texture glitches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
in a
so-
way, they're a little bit fragile.
Yeah, you can get those PCI bracket like fan mounts. You just get one of them, put two 80mm fans on, and just blast cold air at it. Like,
Right.
I think that should keep it cool enough. But yeah.
Actually, I
Like-
plan
like
on
what I
doing
would
that when
say-
I do a case swap on the Pentium 2 with a proper, authentic-looking case.
Yeah, that's definitely worth doing if you've got a Voodoo 2 running in there. Like, and a Voodoo 3 actually, because those get really hot.
Oh, actually, I remember my Voodoo Velocity is on my Pentium 2, not the Voodoo 2. I moved the Voodoo 2 to my Pentium MMX machine because I don't have a Voodoo 1. And getting a
pretty
Voodoo
fair.
1 is probably like selling my left, my left kidney at that point. Like selling some of my body parts just to get a Voodoo 1.
Yeah, I don't know
Ow.
if there's like they're cool. They're cool as like a historical thing, but I don't know if they're like that useful to have,
Mhm.
right? Anyway, because the Voodoo 2 can do all the same stuff as the one. So
I think, if anything, I'd probably be better off lucky getting a Voodoo Banshee, if that were the case. But the problem is trying to find one that isn't HEP, because my Socket 7 board don't have that, obviously.
yeah, good luck with that. All the Vogons guys hoarded those
Right.
like 10 years ago.
Hello, Malsto. Welcome to the stream. Talking about Voodoo
Oh.
cards.
Damn, this has gotten chaotic. I couldn't even kill anybody. That was
Really?
like,
There's like 5 people, and this map's a little bit big.
I kept missing them right in the center.
Oh, Jesus. Oh!
I tried to get in, why I couldn't get them.
Real
Why is everyone in that tiny little corner? I
camping
spawned
over
here
there.
too now.
But yeah, 3D effects
Right in the
cards.
corner.
I hope we get
I got a double
FPGA
kill.
equivalents. Because I'm probably gonna be like dancing on the way, realizing that fucking Voodoo cards are lowering in price because its value is getting decreased by an emulator.
It'd be cool if there was more people make those like clone ones that have popped up occasionally.
If it's using new
'Cause-
old stock chips and parts, that can only get you so far. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but like silicon ain't. It's not like milk.
Let me take a
It
break
doesn't
for a
go bad.
Right.
just don't cook it, and it'll be fine.
Right. I mean, I understand new old stock, but the problem is how much is left of it in this universe.
Well, yeah.
I will say for sure, that's why I believe in the ideas like, oh yeah, Pico Gus, because we're just hardware emulating
Oh,
it, not
yeah.
using like old stock full of like dead Gus cards and shit.
Yeah, the hardware emulation stuff's really cool.
Yeah, I'm more on board with that than I would be on board with just taking a bunch of dead computer parts and then creating this new hobby enthusiast product that would cost 10 times the price of getting a used card.
9.
Yay, instant joke. What maps are gonna pick? Let's see. Hyperboreal.
Yeah,
Hyperboreal.
this one's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
think.
it's downloading.
I think you might have played this one before.
You might be confusing it with Hyperblast. This seems to be a user map.
Yeah, this is freezing and I don't know why I can't now.
I think I've played this one before.
And it always
Oh.
happens when there's an event. And it never happens when it's not an event. Oh, you think you got it all fixed, and it starts doing it again.
Hey,
You're gonna have to start like an hour before it starts, like troubleshooting.
right.
Yeah.
If you're going to troubleshoot, I recommend muting the microphone or muting Discord so you can focus.
If I could,
Yeah.
because I now work on Wednesdays, so that's
Oh, right.
would be a little difficult.
Oh
Unless
shit.
I do it early on in the morning.
They had to do look into it in segments. Maybe I'm a little lucky that I got like free time in my hands most of the time. That's how I'm able to set up this shit, to be honest. My only enemy is the inconsistent sleep schedule. And I'm trying to like fight that. Keep things consistent.
We can fix that. This takes a lot of work.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of sleep environment adjustments having to be made slowly. And maybe medication.
Yeah.
The problem I have with sleep is that I like fix it and then immediately it just I come back to fuck it up and I go back to bed at like start going to bed at 4 AM again. Like it's annoying shit.
That's what I've been dealing with usually. Is like on one hand, I have a week or two of a fixed schedule. Then out of nowhere, I can't even sleep, and it takes me like 4 hours to finally get to sleep, and that's just me laying in bed for like 4 hours straight. And then my schedule gets fucked. And I have to spend...
What I tried doing was staying awake until like I just couldn't physically stay awake anymore, but that makes it even worse.
Right, that's even more unhealthy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I did that once. I stayed awake for an entire weekend, and when I got home, I slept for 18 hours straight.
Yeah, like, I remember staying up for 24 hours for a different reason, and maybe a bit higher than that, and then the next day, while it is kind of somewhat fine, I end up developing sleep debt. And I'd be tired as shit during the day afterwards.
Yeah,
like, it just comes back with a vengeance.
Yeah, you basically end up giving yourself jet lag doing that, which sucks.
Right. The highest I can probably go is at least 18 hours of being awake, but that's only when I try to fix a schedule. Most of the time, I probably go to bed at 16 hours after being awake. Well, after being awake for like 16 hours straight. Look. Oh, looks
yeah,
like
you were
Carrios is
talking about
playing.
You talking about the hardware emulation thing? I just remembered. I saw it like I think it was a Reddit post or something. Some guy was making a FPGA powered chipset for like 486. So
Oh, nice.
he made his own motherboard.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. I think when I saw it, he had like 8-bit ISA working, so it wasn't particularly advanced, but it was pretty cool. Give him like a year and they'll be PCI.
It's only a matter of time before you end up getting like reproduced socket 7 boards and shit.
I mean, if people can do that, because like the bottleneck to that stuff is just the chipset, right? Once you've got the chipset, it's just a case of gluing everything together basically on a circuit board. So
right.
I'm sure there's probably appetite.
Then you got
for
trying to but here's the thing, what about emulating a whole ass processor through FPGA? Like just
well, I don't think the FPGA is quite there
magic,
yet.
man.
I know
I think they might be able to do it.
There's a Mr. Core for like 486 emulation that's like incomplete and not great.
What I'm talking about,
I don't
like,
think you can do any more than that right now.
and it is a way to like replace the socket 7 like CPU. So you got the socket 7 board, but then you got an FPGA powered like Socket 7 processor. So it's trying to emulate a whole ass processor on its own.
Now that's harder. Making it
PC is-
compatible with
comes
the old
to-
slot is.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole ass
PC
challenge
of,
and shit.
PC of Theseus at that point. I mean, is it even a Socket 7 PC anymore? It just kind of vaguely looks like
Yeah,
one.
they might just hardware emulate the entire thing at this point.
Like, why not just use
Pretty
86 bucks at that point? Like,
But I don't have a NASA computer that cost me $9,999 plus a $900,999 fee just to
you mean
ship
you don't
it.
want to buy an i9 just to use one core of it for 86 bucks?
Bro, I gotta buy myself a Core Ultra just to roughly emulate a 400 megahertz processor. Holy shit! And only 15% of the population has it. Oh gosh, it's ridiculous. Like, if only there was like a 86 box hybrid that's like has I guess it's like similar to DOSBox or VMware or VirtualBox, but it has the necessary accurate components to at least make it a decent Win9X emulator or virtualization program. With good Sound Blaster emulation, good Glide emulation, good 3D support. There you go. It's the second coming of Virtual PC, VMware, and VirtualBox combined, except better.
There's definitely something I've seen, like a QEMU fork that has like a 3DFX emulation.
Oh yeah, that one weirdo making that.
But the guy who makes it is like a crazy person, so it's like impossible
Yeah.
to get. And he wants you to pay him like $100, and he'll tell you how to install it. It's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, good.
the
I'm not doing
mentally
that."
deranged developer is the only person making a somewhat decent emulator, kind of matching what we want, except the person's a fucking dirtbag trying to put shit in the paywall. Like, why should we give you money just so you can pay it for your visit at the mental asylum? Like, Jesus
It's not even
Christ.
the fact that, like if it was paid, but it was like, you get like a, it's like a box product, piece of software, you pay for it and it just works. But it's not that. What he's asking you to pay, like what he's asking you to pay for is basically him tell you how this like insanity code base works and how to build it and stuff. And it's like, normally you just put that on the GitHub. Instead, the GitHub is just like an empty description, and then it's just, oh, you can PayPal me, and I'll tell you how to use this.
How about if I PayPal you fucking... I don't know. I'm not gonna say that on YouTube. Because even saying that's not worth getting my YouTube channel hit with a community guideline strike. Don't want to be like Rift. Because he's a fan favorite when it comes to these kind of taunts and threats. Video game threats in Minecraft, more like. Ow!
It is funny. It's like if someone was this last week when we were playing. It's like if someone was recording this, I don't want to be associated with this recording. Like...
No. I did not have any associations with Rift's plans. I had nothing to do with it.
What he said about the data centers, nothing to do with me, okay? Like...
I had nothing to do with it. I'm just an observer. A spectator in the void. But yeah, like... Christ. That weirdo just... is the only person making something that kind of meets those expectations. If only somebody else with a reasonable brain and mental health is enough to do just that, we'd be golden. We'd be eating healthy at that point. But for now, we're kind of stuck with an emulator or two that kind of is like too power hungry, let's just say. You can probably be lucky to even emulate a fucking 166 megahertz Pentium at that point.
Yeah, there is also the route of using like ultra patched versions of like Win98 on like modern hardware. That is also
Yeah,
viable.
that's yeah, kind of. As long as you have the. Actually, has everyone like got a solution for ultra patching 98 so it has 3D support?
What I've seen people do is
Almost easier.
Kind of.
they use there's that
Hello,
soft
Dawn.
GPU thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like but that's only designed to be used with VMs at the moment. But I imagine with some
Right.
work you could probably get soft GPU work in, and then at that point you just run Win98 on a really powerful single core machine, modern one,
Right,
and then have
kind
it
of.
do all the graphic simulation, and then you're basically running the rest of it on bare metal, which is pretty cool. And then at that point you don't have the 86 box limitations where when it has to play a sound it stutters.
Lags. Yeah.
It did that for me on my 9800 X3D. I'm like, what is this?
That'd be kind of
What
funny
the-
if I just went ahead and installed Windows 98 on a fucking i9 computer. Except I'm gonna have to like, actually
It is possible.
they fixed the
You just
sound
only
stuff
have
at
basic.
least, but there's no 3D. So
Yeah, you wouldn't have any 3D.
what I'm gonna have to do? Go install like SciTech Video Doctor and hope to God I'm not gonna get visual glitches up the asshole. Count
You
me
can
in.
software you could probably software render Unreal Tournament at like full res on a modern CPU, right? So
Well, yeah,
so
you
just-
could. The only
don't even need a video
limitation
driver.
and the only hurdle you're gonna have to sort out first is the frame limiting. Because even when you play Unreal on software rendering on a fast machine, you're gonna deal with like fucking machine gun speed auto mag and
Well, you know what the
all
solution
that
to that is,
crap.
don't you? It's just keep turning the resolution up until it lags, right?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna run
Keep
Unreal
up.
on software rendering like
Yeah.
at 4K resolution.
Yeah.
But even then, that's only gonna get me so far. I think there's programs where you can probably like throttle the CPU at least. So at least there's that. I probably use that as my solution. Heck, that'd probably be very useful if I want to go ahead and play like a certain Windows game that's very sensitive to fast machines, even Pentium 2, by the way. Yeah, just go with that solution at that point. I mean, I know Rift's probably used some sort of solution for his DOS games on his Pentium 3.
Yeah, I think you mentioned.
Yeah. So at least there's
But,
that.
Hey, don't need to worry about that yet. My real stuff still works for now. So
For now, yeah.
for now.
I still got my Pentium, my Pentium 2, my Pentium 3 without good video cards, and I've yet to get a Pentium 4. My XP machine just uses an i7 Alienware, so
Yeah, like there's a weird like midpoint of like XP era hardware, like the Athlon XP and then the Pentium 4s from like the early 2000s, where they're really cool, but there's basically no reason to have one because it's XP and it supports everything up to like Haswell's, so
right.
kind of wasting your time.
It's so broad, basically. Unless you're trying to
Yeah.
create this accurate experience from that time period, it's like there's little to no reason getting a Pentium 4.
Yeah,
an
at that
Athlon.
point you're gonna spend like 10 times the amount of money just chasing the nostalgia dragon or whatever, right?
Right. So that's why I didn't really go for a Pentium 4 for quite a long time outside of capacitor plague. And just went with an i7 because, well, why not? It does most of the shit I want with it. I mean, Rift's probably a bit different on that perspective, though, somewhat. But at the same time, he's
Yeah.
playing, at that point, he's like playing, fucking 486 class PC games on a Pentium 3 way past its prime. Maybe it's just aesthetic, I don't know.
Well, if it works, right? But I mean, the thing with getting like the late XP stuff is that it's so cheap that you can basically right now you can just hoard it. And because all the components are way more durable than the 2000 stuff,
Right.
like it'll just last forever. Like a Haswell i7 like tanks, like the motherboards. They'll just last till the end of time. They're great.
Hell
I have
yeah.
a laptop from 2013 that is like a fucking tank. I have no idea how it's not dead
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. Yeah, I've got one too from around then, and it still
I hear,
works. Like,
yeah, I
perfectly.
also hear a lot of good things about the IBM ThinkPads around the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
ThinkPads are amazing.
Yeah, that's what mine is. It's a X230, like one of the.
I wish I
one of
had a
the little ones.
ThinkPad.
I even heard ThinkPads are like so good that they just main that despite the specs being a bit out to date. Like
Yeah,
outdated,
people do
yeah.
that.
Right.
Usually with Linux, but yes, people do that.
Right.
Perfectly usable if you put 8 gig of RAM in one of them.
Yeah,
Um,
because a lot of the older
pretty good.
ThinkPads are hardware upgradable. You can like swap a lot of components.
Oh yeah, they have socketed CPUs as well, which is just great. Like they don't do that anymore on laptops. Why
That's
don't they make good
sad.
laptops anymore?
Like nowadays, you have to buy laptop. Oh wait, I gotta upgrade. Oh, buys laptop.
The last laptop I had, one RAM stick was soldered and the other wasn't. If you wanted to upgrade,
Yeah, they usually do that nowadays.
yeah. So if you wanted to upgrade, suddenly you'd have like mismatched RAM and you wouldn't be in like dual channel anymore. So you'd wreck your performance. So what the
Yeah,
hell
they're
is that
doing
all
like the
about?
bare minimum of letting you quote unquote upgrade to comply with law. But like, as far as they want it, they want computers to be like phones.
Gross. I've seen that happen
Yeah.
with OS design, sadly. Fucking Metro design. Whoever designed that is on crack. Big time. I hate Metro. I still stand that Windows 7 was the best, the last greatest OS.
Yes, absolutely. Windows 7 was the last good one.
Right.
It's still pretty usable too. That's the funny thing. Like,
Yeah, I would use Windows 7.
If Windows 7, if software was still supported on Windows 7, I would probably still use it.
there's
Yeah,
a
absolutely, I
Steam
would.
client. There's a Steam client. Well, actually, you don't even need to download this. You can use like a kernel extender for it, and then you can just run Steam, and then that's it. All your games work.
That'd be
Right.
kind of funny, actually, because imagine if I just went ahead and, like, I don't know if my graphics card could support Windows 7 or not.
Oh yeah, that's the only problem now.
Right, yeah,
Be
because
limited
graphics
to,
cards are dropping support for that OS.
I think the last AMD gen that had it was the 6000s.
Yeah, and I'm on the
RX
7000s.
Yeah. Although to be
So,
honest,
yeah.
like the best way to use AMD these days is on a Linux machine, EBH. So, but I know you've got all of your stuff you need to use, right? Just kind of
Yeah, the thing is, too, like, even I've been thinking about going back to NVIDIA myself. Like, AMD is great and all, but I do believe I kind of miss a little bit the NVIDIA encoder. People probably would think, oh, let's switch to NVIDIA for CUDA cores. So I can use my lovely PyTorch. Nah, it's the NVIDIA encoder. The AMD's encoder is kind of a little hit or miss. Especially when H.264 is like, is like being used. Like, it's just full of artifacts and badly compressed stuff. I'm even lucky to keep some quality, but that's just by using something like AV1.
I was about to ask if AV1 was.
Oh yeah, it's
Good.
Let's
supported.
get there.
I think the only caveat with using AV1 and stuff is just more resources have to be spent on from the card itself. Other than that, it's usable.
Can I finally get a kill? I'm doing so badly this round. I'm just too busy talking about random bullshit.
Yeah, Bar is already on the lead.
Yeah, I'm just,
I'm
I finally
like
managed to
second
get up
place. Ooh. I think Z's not even in the server at the moment. You there, Z? I guess not. I probably
there we
couldn't
go.
tell if he went AFK because we were all talking, so. Ah, fuck. Ow.
You know, that one I have no idea how to get
It
through.
reminds me about when I tried to install Windows XP on my i7, but I had a 1050 Ti. I couldn't even,
no.
yeah, something like either with Intel graphics or SOL, or just get myself an older card, but I didn't have that option at the time. It was kind of funny though, like running XP on my main PC for a brief time. Probably because my install of Windows 10 was not friendly to hard drives. Even I tried to hold on to like 8.1 because I thought that was the last version of Windows without all that the inshinification of using hard drives on Windows. But even then, SSDs are probably the prime. You know, using SSDs is king.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
on
I
older
think by the
hardware.
time, by the time Windows 8 came out, I think I was on an SSD. Like I had like a boot drive SSD by that point. That was like the standard.
Right. I started getting into SSDs starting in 2020, actually, because I got really
That's-
sick of the hard drive being treated as, oh, a slow Windows boot drive-ish. And then years later, now I'm like on a 1 terabyte SSD drive. And that's been my boot drive as well.
Yeah, I've been using an SSD since I built this PC, and like I can't go back now.
Right. It's
Yeah,
it's
I even
insanely
put,
difficult to come back to Windows 10 on a hard drive.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I even put SSDs in my old computers because even through like an IDE converter, it feels faster than a mechanical drive.
The funny part is that even nowadays, not all my PCs, but well, old PCs, but a few of my old PCs do have an SSD
Okay, I'm
to
hopping
IDE
off now.
adapter. Oh, all right,
Thanks for the games, guys.
no problem.
Yeah, cool.
I still gotta do a pull at some point.
Gotta go make dinner.
The next game. Yeah. But yes, let me see here. Kind of forgot what I was going to talk about.
You have an SD converter on your old PCs. You were
Oh
saying.
yeah, and those were like, it's hard to come back to traditional hard drives once I started using those. Because
they
it's
are
like more convenient, and even more convenient when it comes to like backing up the data. And I use something called like Win32 disk imager for it. I don't see anyone connecting to the server at the moment.
I'm down. This map is huge.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, now my connection's just dropped out.
Oh, try reconnecting.
Yeah, I'll try.
I figured like HTTP redirect would
there we
still
go.
work.
Yeah, I don't think the redirect kicked in. There we go. It downloaded really fast that time.
Oh, there we go.
Good.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the weird routing of the DigitalOcean ISP or VPS.
Wait, it's a Quake map, isn't it?
Yep. The dark
I'm not
zone.
super familiar with the Quake 1 deathmatch. It's just not. Every time I play it, I'm really bad at it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have that problem with Quake 3.
Yeah, funny enough, Quake World is like, you know, the funny part about Quake in general is just how fucking hard the barrier of entry is to some people. Like, there's not very many casual players, and you're kind of like pitted against people who know how to play it. And then they're like easily overwhelmed by the amount of kills they're getting. That you're basically just target practice at that point.
Yeah, and the people who are really good, they just pick up the lightning gun and then just ruin your day. Because the lightning gun's damn powerful.
Yeah, how to use a lightning gun or master it is all boils down to tracing. And apparently if you're good at tracing, you're definitely going to be good at the lightning gun. And then there's also rockets and for later Quake games, the railgun. That requires flicking and pre-firing. Well, pre-firing more so for the rocket launchers, but and then you gotta add in the whole thing about bee hopping, which is not entirely a core skill, but it's definitely useful when we get to that. The only core mechanic the only core, like, thing about mastering Quake at the end of the day is just map control. Because map control is pretty much what kind of makes people win matches. If they...
Yeah, that's the thing with arena shooters. Like, I've played matches with, like, I've asked a friend to play Quake 3 before, and they just don't know, like, any of the Quake 3 maps. And then you end up just running circles around them, because you just do a loop of the maps, and keep control of all the power-ups and stuff, and then you just dominate. Right. Such a huge thing, which I think is what's happening right now. I'm literally saying why I'm getting absolutely wrecked, because I don't know where the mega armor is. The shield belt, even.
Right, it's... At first you got to memorize, like, what weapons are useful, what weapons are, like, how to use the weapons, then you gotta, like, learn about the power-ups. Obviously, the most basic having to be the health pickups, like super health and the armors and stuff like that. Then what's next is basically just memorizing the pickups, like, and it boils down to how often you played the map or studied it. Like, I'd have a hard time playing certain maps with some people because I have a hard time controlling the map, even if I knew how to, like, knew where the items are at. Then there's probably maps that I do extremely well in. Using Blood as an example here, but there's like a few maps I struggled playing depending on the person. Winter Wonderland, Midgard, and what else? I think there was the occasionally I would have a bit of a hard time with Cradle to Grave. The first level, but then I also do good at it.
I have no familiarity with Blood multiplayer.
Okay, so think of it like Quake, but it's build engine. Sort of like Quake, because it carries some of its inspirations from Quake multiplayer. And that's a game from 1997. I feel like if people played Blood multiplayer for the first time, they'll probably have a good time with it somewhat. However, it depends on the people you're playing with, though. Then it becomes another one of those Quake situations where they got steamrolled and then immediately disconnected. I've had that happen to me quite a few times when I was playing Refresh Supply, where I went guns blazing and took full advantages of my inventory items and basically steamrolled a bunch of people.
You play multiplayer against these guys who just downloaded it on Game Pass, and they're just like, "What the hell's happening?"
Apparently, I don't even know if the game's on Game Pass. It'd be funny if it was.
Well, you know what I mean, right? So someone just picked it up on console for the first time, and then they just join your match.
And that's just why console like cross compatibility is either a good thing or a bad thing. A good thing for co-op and extreme casual play, but you have an Xbox player competing against a PC player, you're probably gonna have a hard time. Because these games were not made for cross compatibility in mind. That was not a thing back in '97. And that would probably be out of this world if somehow there was like a way to like, oh, play this game online, either on PC against Mac players, and not only just Mac players, you could be playing against fucking players who were playing this on their Nintendo 64 and all that crap. It's extremely unheard of, and they didn't really pull it off until like Dreamcast with Quake 3.
Yeah, I would
and
love
even then
to try
that was short-lived. Yeah.
it just sounds really cool, you know. To
Right,
play
it's
against
pretty cool.
people.
Oh, but there are some limitations here.
Oh, finally!
Finally, a kill.
God damn it. Yeah. Oh, and it's got me back to 0 as well because I killed myself with the rocket.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Bouillonnier.
Welcome back, Brooke. Now is still your chance to join the video game.
I'm still hungry though. I gotta cook me something. A sandwich.
Well, by the time you come back, we're done with the game.
Bouillonnier.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was gonna say before we started, this will probably be my last one.
Oh, I'm still hungry. So bouillonnier. Hold on a second. Guys,
Real.
Hold on.
Bro's gonna miss the event anyway. We're not voting for something. Save that for Somnireal, last for the next multiplayer game, baby. And before I put Counter-Strike 1.6 on the poll, next to Chaser. But even then, that's probably gonna ruin Sanity's chances of playing Chaser. To put a popular game next to a game not many people hear about.
I always like voting for the unpopular one because it's like I'll never get a chance to play this ever again if I don't vote for this right now.
You talking about the most popular ones or the most obscure?
The most obscure ones, like
Yeah, I think the
I'm
obscure
gonna
titles
find
is what kind of picks up some activity, I've noticed. Like, I
Yeah,
get
I mean,
some
what-
activity with the popular ones, but even the most obscure ones seems to be the most, you know, most likely fan favorites of the server.
well, I mean, Gore was really cool.
Oh yeah, Gore is pretty good.
I was surprised
like
how
it.
good that was.
Right.
I was gonna head out.
Oh.
Pitch okay. Tomorrow.
Alright, have a good one, Z.
Black Cannon, shield belt. Oh, I can't.
Oh. And apparently, like, last time I tried doing something obscure, like DOS related, I think it was Terminator Skynet. No one showed up, so sometimes even the most obscure can be the most hit and miss sometimes.
I think people see the DOS ones as like a way bigger barrier to entry because instead of just clicking on an exe, it's maybe like patched. Gotta you go get CGA and then or maybe you have to go through like some kind of IPX wrapper thing for DOS bot and it's like people just get like off by that.
Yeah, that's weird because CGA is like supposed to alleviate most of these problems, where it's like
Yeah,
you gotta take multiple steps.
I think I switched to my goddamn launcher. Yeah, anyway. Alright.
But yeah,
Like
CGA.
I've had a lot of issues with CGA though. That's the only problem. Like especially running it on vintage systems, it's very hit or miss for me.
Oh,
Oh, and then it didn't work on Windows 11 either. And then the
That's
only
weird.
machine I got it to work on was an XP machine running DOSBox through it,
huh.
which is just so cursed.
I've done it before, actually. It's like it kind of brings me back to the early DOSBox IPX tunneling days.
Yeah, I mean it worked fine, but it's like, why did I have to do it on that machine specifically to get it to work? I don't know. It was probably a
Right.
firewall thing with Windows 11, but Windows 11 has kind of a mind of its own with
Right.
custom config stuff. So
It's kind of weird to see it as a harder barrier of entry, but because it could kind of get worse. If we're doing this stuff manually, that is probably a bigger like barrier
yeah,
of
for
entry because you gotta like do all these batch files, these packages, these DOSBox configurings and shit
think,
like that. So
I think what I just said there to you was me telling you my opinion,
right,
and then
right,
just saying
so,
it's everyone else's.
right. Heck, I mean, most of the repacks for early Windows games do tend to use IPX wrapper as like, so it adds a step of like, oh, you gotta use this like exe to like configure it, and then you got also run another exe to ensure direct play is properly set up on your Windows OS. So it's like it's always a matter of like shortening the steps at the end of the day as well. So, oh, one of these
Yeah,
days, I may try to
I do
revisit.
think,
Hmm?
I do think the DOS stuff just has less broad appeal in general.
It could be
too.
also because of the fact that most of the DOS games, including even the most obscure ones, are always like the most vulnerable to this poorly written netcode.
Oh yeah.
It's one thing doing this shit with Doom, where one laggy player kind of like causes like a hitch fest, and then you got certain games like, unfortunately, Dungeon Keeper and the Syndicate Wars, where they're just borderline unplayable.
I think I remember Duke Nukem 3D being pretty good.
Oh yeah,
when
Duke's
we
multiplayer,
played it.
anything build engine related is decent enough. The only
Yeah.
issue is just like input synchronization with, which is using like lockstep, but only the input. One laggy player is just going to cause like a weapon delay, like for everybody, and it's not fun for me. And then Descent is actually another good DOS game with multiplayer, and it just ages like fine wine. I don't recall having a big issue with Descent multiplayer on DOSBox over on the internet. Like I mean, and that's comparing that to Blood and other games where occasionally you would hit it like a out of sync error. But yeah, sadly, DOS games kind of has this like unfortunate hit and miss situation with certain games. And it's sad to me because those games look so promising and they play so promising that apparently those games would be outweighed by their shitty netcode.
Yeah, it's just kind of how it goes when you
Right.
claim stuff that predates widespread internet.
Right.
I guess.
One of these days, hopefully, hopefully we get more decomps of certain DOS games and we get like better netcode support. But even then, waiting for that genuinely by actual programmers is like waiting for the sun to like. It's like waiting for the solar eclipse. Because it's always on and off.
Yeah, you've got to find like the one guy on Earth who likes it enough and has the insane programming skills.
Oh yeah, definitely. Alright. Now I'm gonna wrap up this stream here. Well, that was fun. Basically, being able to play this game on a CRT is also fun as well. It's been a while since I actually played on a CRT. But here we are. Albeit a contemporary replacement until I get a better monitor. Which, who knows, maybe it might be 1440p and 180 hertz refresh rate and stuff. So, who knows? But anyways, that's about it for today. I do gotta remind that the next time I do stream will either be at the Deathmatch Club or actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming Thursday actually, but I do plan on doing a stream for Deus Ex and Quake, because those are the next two games I'm gonna be doing playthroughs for. And I've got my Windows XP machine set up for Deus Ex, and I think I might be using my Pentium MMX or my Pentium 2 for Quake. Probably thinking if I'm going to be using GL Quake for this one or just DOS Quake. I'll have to think about it. But anyways, that's about it for today. For anyone who has watched, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Give 5 money for Booba. As always, peace out. See ya.